Hi, my name is MannySoto, and I want you to check out the math videos that my daughter and me are making. Uh, the reason we're making these is because we do love math, and we love teaching math, and we also believe in math. We believe that math is essential for engineering, science, and business. And we know that many people that do not know math are teaching math and they're teaching it wrong. And when you can't get it, they tell you that it's your fault that you don't get it, um, to hide their own inadequacies. But let me give you an example of how I would solve a problem. Okay? Just bear with me here. Okay, so we're given this problem with fractions. Um, there is a whole repertoire of skills that you're gonna have to build, but if they are explained to you correctly and you have patience with yourself and are persistent, you will learn this. This is not a super skill. It's a very basic skill. When explained correctly, anybody can understand it. In all the years that I've spent tutoring, in the hundreds of students that I've met, I only met one that had a disability. Other people had a negative attitude, believed that they didn't need it for example, it was architecting that this guy was going to go into, but there was only one person that didn't get it. The rest of the people, regardless of the language barrier or anything, everybody got this. Without further ado, I'm going to show you an example of how I would solve a basic problem like this one. What I would recommend first is to write the problem down, because that's what you're going to see when you get a book. So let's just go ahead and begin. 1/2 x plus 1/4 equals, and then give yourself some room so that you could work with a problem. 1/4 x minus 6. Rule number 1, learn to use your parentheses. As long as you encapsulate it, it doesn't matter if you use brackets, curly braces, as long as you encapsulate it. And the reason that I want you to use a parenthesis is because the left side has two terms. So begin by multiplying both sides by what would be a common denominator. Here, if you multiply by 4, and this is some intuition that I have built in that you can learn by watching my videos. Now you would use the distributive property. Basically, that means that every term, like here you have two terms, 1, 2. How do you know that there are two terms? Because there's one addition, and you need two items to add. You can't add one item, so that tells you that there's two terms. So when you distribute, each term gets a 4. So basically you're multiplying the 4 first to this one, you bring down your plus, and then you multiply the 4 back to that one. Here, you're not going to multiply the 4 in yet, but I will show you how. And I know this is a little advanced, but we're going to do some basic problems that introduces you into this. So now, continuing on, let's apply the 4 to the left side, where you get 4/2 x plus 4/4. How did I get that? Well, when you multiply it, it's very simple. You multiply numerator by numerator and denominator by denominator. This 4 didn't explicitly have the denominator, but you can add it. Just because they don't show it doesn't mean it's not there. The same with this guy. So let's bring down our equal sign, and you get 4 times 1 is 4, and 1 times 4 is 4. You take care of business first. And now you are ready to distribute. Okay, notice what this shortcut did to this problem. So now, what you can do here is, if you 4/2 is 2. The reason for that is because this fraction, it actually means division. So 4 divided by 2 is actually 2x. What's 4 divided by 4? 1. And you bring down your equal sign, and 4 divided by 4 is 1. And then you have your x minus 6. Okay, so if you notice, there's nothing that you can do on the left side because this side has an x and a number without a variable, but this other side still has a number with parentheses, which means you gotta apply the distributive formula. So let's just bring down the equation. I also teach a proper form when doing math problems so that you could trace a problem back to what you did. So here, what you're doing, again, you use a distributive property. So this x, you're thinking, how can you multiply 1 times x? Well, the x has the coefficient of 1, but it's implicit because it's a 1. So 1 times x, you get x. And 1 times -6, you get -6. If you notice, this heuristic I did of multiplying the 4 to both sides completely killed the fractions. You don't always have that luxury, but in this one it actually happened. And that's why I'm inviting you to watch my video so that you can learn to practice these items. So we subtract x from both sides to solve this. X minus 6 is 0, so it's not there anymore. And 2x minus 6, you get 1x. We subtract 1 from this side, and then you subtract 1 from this side, and you get -6 minus 1 is -7. Okay. And I'm gonna leave the video at that just to not confuse anybody. But please go ahead and go to my website. The current name of it is MannySoto-STEM, and there are some videos that me and my daughter are making for showing you how to solve these problems. We will put some other videos also related to engineering and maybe some computer programming. But those you can ignore if you're not interested in those for now. We're also going to put several introductory videos that will teach the basics to those that need to get up to speed. If you're still with me, thank you very much for watching, and I invite you to come visit my page.